MX2 qualifying race was an explosive start. Max Anstey and Brian Borgers banging bars down the start straight 10 yards out, and it left Anstey and Borgers both picking themselves up eventually to rejoin the race. Anstey winded, Borgers nursing an injured shoulder, but they did rejoin. Jeremy Seewer got a good start, but then got caught in around turn 4-5. The Suzuki rider fell, took Davy Puchas with him, also the 71 of Damon Growless, and Chervelin as well on the 747 machine. And it was a hard charge back through the field for Jeremy Seewer. He would eventually come home in 13th place. But Severbril-Yakov fell at the start of the opening lap, but it was Jeffrey Hurlings who led the way. Alexander Tonkov was second. Paul Jonas was third. Brent Van Donnick got himself into fourth as Anstey eventually rejoined. Calvin Verlanderen also made a good start. He found himself fifth in the early stages of the race with Alvin Osland, Jorge Zaragoza, Petr Petrov, the 95 of Robert Juss, and the 88 of Freddie Van der Vlis. They were your top 10 on the opening lap on what was a very difficult racetrack at Valkenswaard for the MX2 qualifying race. Jeffrey Hurlings, though, was in control at the head of the field, and it wasn't long before the Red Bull KTM factory racing rider started to pull clear of Tonkov. And Tonkov then had to deal with the threat of the 41 of Paul Jonas and the 172 of Brent Van Donnick. And this battle would last for around 8 of the 12 laps. Eventually, Van Donnick got himself past the 41 of Paul Jonas and into third place, but that would last only 2 laps, because on lap 8, Van Donnick did go missing. His bike expired, and he was eventually credited with 35th. That will be the position that he goes to the line. But until that, though, it was a nice three-way battle between Tonkov on the 59 and the Jonas and Brent Van Donnick. But this was the closing stages of the race, the battle between Tonkov and Jonas in that battle for second place. But Hurlings, though, was a man on a mission. And just as we expected, and as we've seen in years gone by, he opened up a comfortable advantage, more than 35 seconds over Alexander Tonkov on the Wilvo standing construct Yamaha. He really was a class act to watch around here. A little further down, Benoit Paturel rode a good ride to get 6th. Robert just came home 7th. Alvin Osland 8th. Jorge Zaragoza was 9th, and Freddie Van der Vlis eventually came home in 10th. But Jeffrey Hurlings, though, more than 30 seconds clear as he cruised to victory. Behind him, Tonkov was safe in 2nd, Jonas 3rd, Verlanderen 4th, and Petr Petrov was 5th. But it was an easy win in MX2 qualifying for Jeffrey Hurlings on home soil here at Valkenswaard.